This is the first step in performing an upper eyelid lift or an upper blepharoplasty. It involves determining how much skin to remove during the surgery and marking the patient appropriately beforehand. I always mark the patient sitting up first. The surgery is performed with the patient lying down, but that alters the patient anatomy. The incision is hidden in a skin crease, so it's not visible.
Ich habe hier heute eine sehr powerful Magic Oil. Wenn ihr Haarausfall habt oder Haarwachstumsprobleme habt oder dünne Haare habt, einfach einen Kochtopf nehmen, voll mit Wasser kochen lassen und darauf einen Schüssel packen. Und in dem Schüssel halbe Tasse Castor Oil, also Rizinusöl nehmen, 1 Teelöffel Amla-Pulver nehmen und 1 Teelöffel Boxhornkleesamen nehmen und das einfach warm werden lassen. Danach dieses Öl einfach durch ein Zip oder durch ein dünnes Tuch rauslassen. Und dann diese Öl, am besten bevor ihr schlafen geht, auftragen, Kopfhaut massieren, einwirken lassen, ganze Nacht und nächsten Morgen waschen. Wenn das nicht geht, mindestens 30 Minuten lang einwirken lassen und dann waschen. Und das 2 bis 3 Mal die Woche auf jeden Fall wiederholen. Viel Spaß!
While the weather is really bad, I'm going to show you how to create the 2022 brow. So the reason I'm calling it the 2022 brow is I don't really know what this brow style is really called, and by no means did I create this brow style. I know many of you guys do this style already. This is literally if you mix like a 2016 brow and a 2020 soap brow together and it had a baby, it would look like this. But I literally don't really know where it falls, so we're just going to call it the 2022 brow because I feel like most people started doing this kind of style in 2022. So how I created this brow is I use the Quick Flick Gel Lamination Sculpting Brow Gel. I also use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. I will just say with this gel, I'm still testing it out to see if I am obsessed with it yet or not. But so far it is honestly working really, really well. So first what I do is I get my brow pencil and I just kind of like brush my hairs in place. And I just kind of start lightly pressing underneath the hairs, drawing like a slight line to define my hairs a little bit more, and then I'm just kind of drawing in again light strokes in my brows as if I was filling it in like a 2016 brow, but like natural, not like super defined with like a brow pomade or anything like that. And I always like personally start from like the ends of my brows and then I go into the fronts. The aim is also not meant to make it look really dark as well, because we will go over it again when the brow gel is done. Also, if you can hear my dog snoring, I'm so sorry. Now you want to get your brow gel and you want to make sure there's a lot of product on it, and you really just want to like load up the hairs on your brow hairs, and you just want to add like a really, really good layer. So it's always good to go like back and forth, bring it up, bring it down, just like really coat the hairs. Now that the hairs are generously coated, you can literally hear him in the back. Just give it like a good like 2 minutes to set down and then we'll be back. Now that the gel's kind of set, you want to like just start getting the brush and pushing down the hairs with the brush, but as well as like using like this flat side to really help grip it a bit more to the skin. So I kind of like do this until I feel like the hairs are in place, and honestly don't feel scared to go back in with a bit of gel, because again like this does take like a good amount of coats to get like what I want. I pretty much went in with an extra coat and they're laying down a lot more to like what I'm wanting. So like honestly patience is kind of key with this brow. Now I kind of start flattening them down a little bit more as if we're like kind of making it look more like a 2016 brow, so it's not as lifted like a soap brow. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to do a part 2.
So I'm going to the gym and someone the other day asked me for a gym makeup look. So I thought I'd just show you what I would do. I've just applied this ultraviolet SPF because it's almost got like a little pearlescent tinge to it, so it acts like a little bit like flawless filter. Now I'm not going to do anything crazy because we're going to the gym, but I just want to look a little bit more presentable. I'm using my pink honey glue to stick my brows down because I know it will withstand the amount of sweat that's going to come out of me. Pop in some of the Glow Hub, oh wrong way round, it's the Undercover Concealer. Taking like a little dumpy brush and look how it's covered that spot. Ready, watch again. Literally makes them vanish. One of the best liquid concealers I've used for spot concealing in a very long time, and it's got salicylic acid and tea tree oil, I think. So whilst you're covering your blemishes like that, it also like helps to get rid of them. But look at that, my spots are gone. And just to be quick, I'm just bouncing my cocoa sponge in there and then just like pressing it around where I'd usually cream bronze, and it's just gonna like warm up those areas. I'm gonna use what's left on my blush brush from last time I applied blush just to tap it over the areas where I usually apply blush. Just gives us a bit of rosiness, freshness. Bit of setting spray. Put a bit of lip balm on so we don't have crusty lips. And that's all I'm going to do. I feel a bit better because I spot concealed and I look a bit more tan. Tied my hair up and I'll just stick down my flyaways. All done, off I go to the gym.
Happy September, friends. Here's how I would do my back to school makeup if I were still in school. Some SPF. We're doing simple, fast makeup because I always woke up at the absolute last minute, so we don't have time to do a full beat. Orange color corrector to color correct our dark circles from staying up doing homework all night. I went to NYU for film and TV production, and I remember being so stressed out my senior year, trying to figure out what route I was going to take and like how the fuck I was going to be financially independent in an industry that is so unpredictable and underpaid. Wow, what a look. Okay, and then a creamy, easily blendable concealer for the under eyes, and also just for a light concealer base. Anyways, if you're a senior right now and don't know what you want to do, have anxiety, feel uncertain, like, it's okay, because I promise you everyone feels that way. I mean, I still know people in their 30s and 40s who still feel the same way. Like, who actually knows what they want to do and stick to it for the rest of their lives? I'm a true believer in working hard, staying humble, having a bigger picture of the goals you want to achieve, and just like things will come to you when you least expect it. Also, don't be afraid to try new things after you graduate, because that could literally be how you find your dream job. A little tinted brow gel. We're going for efficiency here, and this is so much faster than using a brow pencil. Cream bronzer, and just very loosely warming up and framing the face. I had to take a class where I was producing 24 short films in one semester, and like that shit was so stressful because like we had to shoot, edit, rehearse like non-stop. Also, I took an animation class that like put me in the studio for like hours on end. We need to pretend to look alive and awake for school, so a shimmery blush that gives you color and also gives you some glow is perfect. Anyways, I feel like those classes helped me become disciplined for my job as a creator now, because this industry is a lot about fast turnarounds, working on your own time and schedule, like putting out high amounts of content constantly. And I feel like the skills I learned being in film school and being in the film industry definitely carried into this current job. Very loosely dusting setting powder to set because we don't have time to bake. Depending on how much time we have, I might just put some shadow on a fluffy brush and just swipe it all over. If not, I would just line my waterline. Not do an eyeliner because I'm really rushing for school, right? I'm not about to stress myself out even more by doing a wing. Adding shimmer to really brighten up my eyes. Like, no, I didn't stay up all night to write my paper because I was procrastinating all week. Literally look at the difference this makes. Waterproof mascara, just in case I cry at school that day. Lastly, just a hydrating tinted lip balm. Setting spray, and we're ready to go to class. See ya.
And try not to pull away. Not numb the area.
The nice thing is it works fast.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, I numb myself all the time, so I'm good.
Okay, well, there you go.
Shave off a small sample and have it tested. That should be adequate. Take a biopsy too small, it'll actually burn up in the machine. So.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you see anything come out?
No, not at all. But when I was numbing it, it shot out of an area.
Oh, maybe I infected it a little bit from all my probing.
Maybe, yeah.
It's so sad that we didn't get anything like awesome to come out of it.
I know, those are my favorite.
I didn't want to go too deep either because I didn't want to cause too much scarring, especially.
This is just some Vaseline.
There we go. Give it a bandage.
Perfect. I'll resurface it with an acid peel this fall.
I'm truly amazed at how many people think you have to wear foundation. You don't have to wear foundation. You could do a full makeup look without foundation. So let me show you. First, prime. I love the Glow Recipe Dewdrops. See how dewy and glowy I look now. To cover up redness and pimples or whatever, we're just gonna use concealer. Focus this on the areas that really need it, and this is going to give you a much lighter feel. You're not going to feel like you're wearing so much makeup. Then using a sponge, you're just going to start tapping the concealer into your skin. I love this because it gives me just the right amount of coverage without feeling heavy or cakey. See, look at that. No foundation necessary. And you definitely want to set it with powder, otherwise it's going to move around and crease throughout the day. Cream blush after setting with powder to bring back that glow. If you have sparse brows like me, you definitely want to fill them in a little bit with a brow pencil. I'll take some eyeshadow or some highlighter and just add that to the high points of your face. It's going to make you pop and sparkle a little bit. It looks really pretty. Then just add some mascara. For lip liner, I love going with a brown. It makes my lips look a lot poutier. Add a gloss on top. And that's your really simple and easy makeup look with no foundation.